I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench. Today I am doing the second part of a monthly series that I've started, which is the state of my collection, and today it will be 5-cent coins. Awesome. So let's get right to it. This is my Variety Vista book, and we'll start with this first page over here. Let me grab a blank sheet so we can see through here. And here are the state for my oldest silver coins. Let me center the page over here. There you go. I got some early ones. 1880 H is my oldest one over here. H signifying that it was struck at the heat mint. All of these are 92.5% silver or sterling silver. They have the nickname in Canada of fish scales because these were so tiny, these 5-cent coins. I do have a few others here. 1888, 1890, 1893, 1899, 1900, and 1902. All of these other ones I'm missing, but I'm slowly working to complete this collection as well, at least for the silver ones. I'm not necessarily looking for all of the varieties. Like over here, 1958 has 2 varieties, 1970 has 2 varieties. As long as I have one of each of the dates, I will be happy. Let's go to the second page. The second page continues, and this is the end of the silver 5 cents. So a lot more on this page. I'm missing 1908, 1909, 1902, 1903, and 1915. And 1921 over here, Canada, the mint was instructed to melt down all 1921s and start producing the large size or the regular size nickels today, made out of nickel and not out of silver. According to my research, only 400 of these are known to exist. He's 1921, so I don't expect I'll ever find one for this spot over here. So now let's move on to the more traditional nickels. The first year of issue was 1922. And I do have one of those, but I am missing the 23 to 26. And I have a duplicate over here. This one is another 1922, which is awesome. So I have 2 1922s. And you can see the transition to the beaver design was in 1937. And there we go. 1936 to 1937 is the transition. Awesome. Let's go to the next page. Now we're talking coins that I find more often in or occasionally on in coin roll hunts. So these over here, 1942, 1943, you'll see that they're brown in color. They're made out of tombac. During the Second World War, Canada needed nickel in military industry. And so it was replaced with tombac, which I believe is a copper aluminum mix, but I'm not 100% sure on the alloy here. And of course, the 1944, 1945 V nickels. We have, I'm missing a 1948, which is the key date for nickels. And there is a 1951 high relief over here. There was a commemorative over here, 1951, with the commemorating 200 years since the exploitation of nickel in Canada. And there was a 1951 high and low relief as well. Let's go on to the next page. So now next page is looking good. Missing a 1954 over here. And I've been putting, on all of these extra spaces, I've been putting all of the other finds that I found coin roll hunting. I have a 1962 double die reverse. 1977 has a low 7 and a high 7 variety. They're fairly common, but I have one of each. 1996 has the near 6. And if you looked at my last nickel hunt, you'll see that I found as well, I found an attached 6 with a die chip, which I haven't put in my book yet. And there is a 2006 with no composition mark and no mint mark over here. Let's go to the next page. Over here we have 1963 to 1986, and the famous extra water line for 1964 is the only one I'm missing on this page. These are looking pretty good, though I can probably stand to get some upgrades in the late 80s. They're not too shiny, but if I find any that are almost uncirculated, I will pull them out, of course. Moving on to the next page. 1999p is the only one missing in here. This is the year that this one is was issued, the first year that there was a steel core with nickel plating, and it was issued to vending machine manufacturers to test their vending machines for the nickel. These are very hard to find. I've never found one, and hence why this spot is empty over here. And you'll notice over here I have some W nickels that I bought. These are NIFCs, so these have a W mint mark on the obverse because they were minted in Winnipeg. And Winnipeg normally does circulation coins, and Ottawa does the coins for non-circulation sets. So these were all done in Winnipeg. And here is the last page. And I put a spot here for the 2017, the regular issue. At the time when I put these away, I didn't know if there was going to be a Beaver issue. So the Beaver 2017 would be NIFC over here. And I haven't labeled the 2023, which is, this is the first year of King Charles over here. I forgot to speak about the obverses. We'll go back to the beginning and look at the obverses as well. This is the first year for a circulation coin with King Charles, and I don't have any 2024s yet. Obviously, in a couple of years, I will most likely have to buy another book because there's no more space in this book for additional leaves. So I'll probably buy another book for future years. As I said, I forgot about going over who's on the obverse. So starting with the silver, the silvers were, let me bring them in a little closer here. These early silvers were all with Queen Victoria. We have Queen Victoria. So there were two variations. There was the Canadian version where the front and the back of the coin are in the same direction. And then there's the American coins where the front and back are flipped. So they alternated between flipped and non-flipped. So you can see over here, this is King Edward the Seventh over here, where he went back to the Canadian orientation. So this is King Edward VII, and then we got King George V over here. There we go. And then moving on to the large nickels. This should be easier to see. It continues with King George V, and then it goes to his son, King George VI. Now you'll notice that when they switched over, they didn't change the orientation that the face was facing, because there was King Edward VIII who abdicated the throne in between over here, and we didn't produce any coins. He would have been facing the right, and so that's why they continued with King George V facing the left as well. And then moving on to the World War II coins, we can see the transition. Oh, these are still all King George the Sixth over here. And the next, starting in 1953, we start with what we call commonly the young head for Queen Elizabeth, the laureate portrait over here. And then we move on to 1963, 64, and then in 1967, I believe, is 1965, I should say, is when the tiara portrait came out for Queen Elizabeth. And that continued on until the next tiara picture. This is the crown over here. We have it over here. You can see it clearly with the full crown on her head over here. And then she transitioned to the crownless portrait in 2006. And that was the portrait that stayed until her passing, where King Charles III is on our coinage now. All right. Much like the penny book, when I will give an update when I complete my nickel collection. That won't be for a while, but I am very close to completing my circulation penny collection, so stay tuned for that. Probably next month I should have an update, or for the month of May, for the state of my pennies. So stay tuned for that. If you've been watching my Wednesday mail calls, you'll see that I've been acquiring a lot of large and small cents. Now, that being said, it's time for my monthly giveaway. On every Sunday, I do a giveaway. And I've been doing the same formula now since I started my channel and I did giveaways, weekly giveaways. But I've decided that starting in the month of April, starting this month, I will be switching it up. And so what I will be doing now is a single monthly giveaway. But what that allows me to do is increase the value of my giveaways. You've noticed without a doubt that if you look at all my giveaway videos, I've been giving 50 cents value, face value on a weekly basis. And by merging everything together, I'll be able to increase the value of the giveaway. So how I'm going to proceed is when it's time for the giveaway draw, I will have a wheel of death with each of the Sunday videos that you have to leave your comments on. You'll still have to leave your comments on a Sunday video. And I will do a wheel of death until we pick the video that will the lucky name will be drawn from. So I'm still encouraging you to leave a comment on all of my videos so you can maximize your chances. But that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to pick the video, which of the Sunday videos is going to be, the name is going to be picked for the draw. And then I'll use that Sunday video to draw the name of a lucky winner. And so what is the first monthly draw that I'm doing for this month, for the month of April? Well, why not a pair of colorized loonies? So I have in the blue here an Alexander Graham Bell colorized dollar coin, as well as the Oscar Peterson colorized dollar coin. The Oscar Peterson is from 2022, and as is the Alexander Graham Bell. And as always, all you have to do to be eligible to have a chance at winning these coins is leave a comment down below. And in the month of May, I will do the monthly draw for my April giveaway. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than a coin roll hunting video. I hope you're enjoying these collection update videos. If you did, I always appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click on my logo to subscribe. Here is a video that might be of interest to you. And here's a link to all my other nickel hunt videos if you want to enjoy a playlist. Until next time, thanks for watching.